Unless Rumble and Homer didn't follow the rules, then I don't know. But I'm pretty sure Rumble's back because we were just chatting.
Mm-hmm.
Homer?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. All right, let's resume. The party was struggling to find an exit strategy.
And we locked ourselves in a room.
Yes.
Well, the one building that had a defense system, the defense system is down, so. But it also didn't help that, I summoned half the city with a piano either, so.
Shit happens. One problem at a time.
Okay. So, I think you guys are right. This is not the heart of the city, not the center of the city, obviously. Because there's still one more wall to go after this. So now we just have to figure out how to get out of the city for the night. Which should be really easy.
So here's a question. Do we take the heart?
Oh, 100% we take the heart.
Do you think it might be what's keeping things out currently? Or do we know? All I'm saying is that if we're taking it and things go down, we need to do it as we're leaving.
Good point.
I'm curious as to why they can't get in. Like what magic that is.
Well, it could be potentially the heart. It could be potentially the type of stone that it's made with.
Quality spackle.
It could be really quality spackle.
Could be the torch wall.
Could be the torch wall.
Yeah, we haven't really talked about the torch wall either.
Can we get my brother out of the pit?
When he turns back into a human, he can willingly come out of the pit. He can force his way out.
When he's done being a bad boy, he can come out of the pit.
He can come out of timeout when he's feeling like he wants to be a part of the group.
When he's no longer stoned. Darby, did you turn your brother into stone again?
So, we need a plan.
Yep. All right, I'm ready. Let's go. What is it?
Okay. So we know what's in the room. Did we look for any clues in the room as to how the torch wall works?
I mean, we could pick up a torch and just blow it out and see what happens.
Can the torches even come out?
I don't know.
Whatever doing that turns off whatever is keeping the walls up.
Then we die.
Why don't we start by taking out one of the torches that's already off and just seeing if everything goes to shit, and then we put it back.
Okay. I'll try to remove one of the torches from one of the sconces.
Which one?
Ooh.
One of the ones that's already off, I think.
Let's say...
Hold on. I'm going to make it easy for you. I think this will work.
Gotcha. Okay. Let's say A4.
Let me some better. Do it? No, need to do one more space. There we go.
Neato.
All right, A4. That's A4. Now, you go to touch A4 to remove it from the sconce in the wall. And as you lay your hand on it, it changes. You are unable to remove it from the wall, but looks like 2 other torches light and 1 torch goes out.
Oh,
Oh no.
not one of these. I should warn you guys, these are not my strong suit. Does anything
What was that
happen?
sigh for? No, nothing happens other than that change.
Okay.
What was that sigh for?
It's one of these fucking puzzles. Can we touch C4?
Okay, give me a moment. As you lay your hand upon the torch. 4 to life.
Oh. That. Shit.
Okay.
What about. What if we touched C1?
That's what I was thinking too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you touch C1?
Well, hold on. That would change
Probably
would
B1
change
and
B1.
C2, right?
C2
Yeah.
and then D1.
Yeah.
So D1 and D2 would be off. So you touch D1 and then
So
Yes,
I'm
C1 is
going to
off.
instigate a code names rule right now. One person needs to be designated as the toucher. And I'm going to ask for final answer on any touches.
not it.
This should be Rumble.
Okay.
Okay. So we're thinking maybe touch B1, turn it on, everything around it off, and then we have more off ones to work with. Or touch C1 to turn B1 and C2 on.
This is so much tougher, like not being able to tactically play with it.
Got this, man. Get touching.
Team Touchy for the win. Homer, you can chime in too,
Mm-hmm.
because it's a puzzle.
Homer loves puzzles.
I'm no good at these kind of puzzles, frankly.
And we did notice that it didn't do diagonals, correct?
It
Correct.
did not do diagonal.
Okay.
Let's get to getting. Let's click something. I think either B1 or
I'm
C1.
trying to think through a couple of steps ahead.
You better not look up a solver.
I didn't even think of that as a possibility until you said that.
I heard a mouse click and I was like,
That's me sitting here highlighting fucking squares to try and
Oh
figure
my
out what will
gosh.
change. Can we do D1?
D1. Okay. Here. Okay. As you reach out and place your hand on the torch and the lights change,
Oh shit.
You see now the pattern before you.
And then C1.
And that lights all the torches.
You're a genius.
I don't remember which stupid MMO had a bunch of puzzles like this.
I'm just upset that you guys didn't hit any of the bad ones.
Bad ones.
Yeah, bad things can happen if you get it wrong.
Oh god.
There are optimal solves, suboptimal solves, and wrong choices. You guys did not hit any wrongs. So, so
We
as the last
chose
torch flickers,
wisely.
as the last torch flickers to light, there is a brief shuddering in the building, and the wall of torches itself parts to reveal a room beyond.
Ooh. All right, go on, you guys. Go ahead.
I tentatively step into the room.
Anybody else follow?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I mean,
Uh.
I solved it, so can't not go
Alright.
in.
As the trio steps into or past the wall of torches into the secret chamber beyond, you see that you look to be within a veritable vault of magic items. Just the walls are lined with various things here and there. Also within the vault is a painting of a hauntingly beautiful pale-skinned human woman dressed in fine clothing while seated outside beneath a gleaming moon and single bright purple star. Her hair is black and her eyes are bright blue. There is a second of those silk handkerchiefs with the same embroidery. And other than that, you guys will have to search around.
Hang on, I'm just taking some notes. I will pick up the second handkerchief
Okay.
and add it to my bag with the other one.
Okay. You know, I really thought you guys were going to go over to the statues with that painting, poke holes in the eyes and mouth, and then talk to it.
No, I was just gonna prop it up and have him stand behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just, they're statues. We don't know how stupid they are.
I would have let the eyes and mouth hole thing work, by the way.
Oh my gosh.
So, like, how many items total are we talking?
Probably hundreds.
Oh,
Jesus.
I like this room.
All right, get Ego the hole. We gotta fill it.
Oh,
How much do you love your brother now?
Not enough.
Just
Okay.
don't put any other magical containers in there or it will explode.
Ooh, good point.
Thank you, Ghost of Egg statue.
Okay. Let's start.
I guess, are there any sort of, like, satchel looking?
I mean, as you're looking around, you can just see that, like, it appears that this is a place where they have researched and cataloged heavily, like various magical items. And so, like, just the way things are laid out on tables and all that kind of stuff, you're going to have to search through the room.
Okay.
Okay. Do we look for a Dewey Decimal System?
Exactly. A catalog or a book or a list or something that.
Yeah, sure. Let's say there's a tome by the door, which is kind of a catalog.
Yes. I don't know where to begin.
Well, why don't you try opening the book?
Good start. Open the book. Womp.
All right. As you open the book, you see that it is titled, or rather notated, catalog of, like, oh, I don't know where my title went, but basically it's like testing ward viability.
Okay. So let's start with maybe some pre-sundering items. Let's see if they've got the Zenith key in here.
As you're flipping through the pages, you'll notice, perhaps as your heart plummets, that almost all of the entries have a name of an item, a type of item, and then listed in a bracket in much bolder lettering, written with a heavy hand, inert.
Oh no. Bad news bears, everybody. Very
Better
few.
break out the liquor.
Good call. For more reasons than one. Okay, so most of these are going to be non-magical. But maybe a quick toast will help. I will pull out the Mordraken liquor of detect magic.
I guess how many servings of that do we have?
You'd
You've
only
taken
need like
2. We'll say they were shots. So you have 18 shots left.
Oh, good lord.
a shot will last you about 30 seconds.
I guess how large is the room?
I cast detect magic on myself.
Okay.
That works too.
All right. Udinar, you have eyes that glow with the magical cone of where's the magic?
Yep.
And you begin searching the rather large room. Um, how long does detect magic last?
10 minutes.
Oh, okay. So within the 10 minutes, you begin to grow more and more disheartened as almost every item that you go up to or look at is just missing. There's almost like a void. Not like there's like it's just not magical, but like the magic has been drained from these items, and you can sense that through your detect magic. But there are 3 items that remain that still give off that faint, promising glow: a robe, a wand, and a cloak of blue scales.
Okay. I'll gather those items and just kind of put them away from the others and just be like, everything else is useless.
As Udinar brings the 3 items over, Darby, you feel an intense pang of anger deep within, like wells up deep within you as you first spy the cloak. You have an intense, almost seething rage and a desire to destroy the item in front of you, though you recognize that it doesn't come from yourself.
Hmm.
What's wrong, sport?
Well, I don't know how visible it would be on his face, but probably fairly.
What's wrong? You don't like this one right here? I just started shoving it in his face. No, I'm just kidding.
Like I have the overwhelming feeling to, but I'm not being
Mhm.
forced to.
Yeah, you recognize that it's not your feelings. there is a competing presence within your mind, I think is the best way to put that.
Hmm.
Is he okay? I'll say to Petalin.
I don't know.
How much of that shit did you drink?
I didn't even pour any.
Okay, well, regardless, these are the 3 that have any scent of magic left in them.
Okay.
So now might not be the
So-
time to go through them, but we can put them off for later if you wish. Or we can go through
I
them.
mean,
It's not like
might
we're
as well
doing
go
anything
through
else.
them now. Can we take a minute to
Am I hearing the word short rest that are not
I'm-
being said?
I'm hearing short rest.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Okay. Group wants to take an hour to recuperate and try to identify the magic.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Well, who's focusing on what?
Darby's gonna take the cloak.
I'll go. Well, I guess Udinar, do you care about wand or robe?
Neither. I'll look at the goggles more thoroughly, I guess.
I'll go robe.
Okay. All right.
You-
So goggles, cloak, and robe. So we're ignoring the wand and
Well, I'd
the
like to do.
rapier.
I'd like to do the wand, but I don't think you can let me do 2 in one short rest.
No, we cannot.
Yeah.
So how did we decide we were doing this before? I know that we had changed it because the book's just like, give it to him. I'm like, that's dumb.
I think it was 1 property per short rest.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought as well. Okay, so just didn't want to screw you guys over if I'd said something else.
Mm-hmm.
Udinar with the goggles. Easy enough. They only have 1 property. They are the goggles of night. And while wearing these dark lenses, you have dark vision out to a range of 60 feet.
Oh, thank Christ.
No more candles for Udinar.
And they don't require attunement.
Dope.
So anybody can wear them.
Nice.
All right. What was next?
I had the robe.
Oh, this one might take a while.
Shit.
Let's see. I know I actually wrote it down. Okay. So it has. Uh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 24. All right, so it is a robe. This robe has cloth patches of various shapes and colors covering it. Specifically, 24 patches of various shapes and colors. While wearing the robe, you can use an action to detach one of the patches, causing it to become the object or creature it represents. Once the last patch is removed, the robe becomes an ordinary garment. I guess it really
Oh.
only has 1 effect, so there you go.
Cool.
Neat.
But you can tell what the patches are supposed
No,
to be or what they would turn into?
no, you can't.
Oh.
Only the creator knows what each patch contains. And last but not least, the cloak. Darby, tell me a little bit more about what you're doing here in your short rest. Just trying to figure out what it does.
I guess figure out what it is and
Mm-hmm.
why I feel this way about it.
Okay, so having spent a great deal of time before studying magic items and learning about them and things of that, you've got a pretty good flavor, pretty good skill set for determining just what things are supposed to do. This is perhaps the first time in your life since gaining that skill that you were absolutely stumped, despite an hour of absolute study. Um, all that you can tell is that it reeks of old magic. And then for additional details, let's go ahead and jump into Secret Channel.
Well. Not really.
Then
what I
the
was
rumble
hoping
was
for.
possessed by somebody else.
Sure hope he has a third character ready.
Knowing him, he probably does. Oh man, you guys, I don't know how we're getting out of this one.
Omar, I think you're going to get a wand.
I'm not sure what I would do with a wand.
Well, I mean, this robe is technically still up for grabs. I'm not super into it.
I want something that protects me from getting one hit killed. That'd be cool.
Well, I'm just seeing, like, Egg trying to wear a robe and, like, going into a barbarian rage and then tripping over it.
Ripping it off like the Hulk.
It's just no. He wears it as a tiny cape.
How many capes can you wear at once? Aren't you wearing the cape of billowing?
Yeah, I'd have to take that one off probably.
So, does anybody actually remember how long it took for Madame Beldam to turn back in from stone the last time?
No idea.
It was a couple of hours, I think.
I just remember we left her there, then we went and found the Temple of the Elements, and we like explored the entire outside. And I think while we were resting before heading inside, she showed up.
I think we pretty much collapsed on the steps and then she showed up.
Who showed up?
Oh, we were talking about Madame Beldam turning
Oh,
stone.
yeah. Well, for anybody else, anybody else have anything for the rest? Guess I need to hit the short rest button in the party window. Can you rest? Short rest. Anybody spending any hit dice to heal?
Nope.
Egg, this is around the time that you get to wake up.
Oh, neat.
Pedalin does have a bit more practice, or she's practiced having done this before, so the success rate is a little bit higher. Plus, she rolled well, so.
Hey!
So as everybody finishes up their rest, I suppose Egg's head will poke out of. Well,
My
I mean,
pocket.
yeah, I was gonna say. If the hole is in the bag, then I guess Egg will emerge from Pedalin's bag, nearly bursting at the seam. Probably, actually, it would probably tear the seams. It would probably destroy Pedalin's bag.
No, my backpack.
Well, you knew I was coming out at some point. You shouldn't have kept it in there.
I have all my stuff in my backpack.
Not anymore. You have all your stuff on the floor.
Well,
Do you
I'm
have a
gonna
spare
start looking around
backpack?
the room for a backpack.
And sure, you can find an old bag of holding that is now inert.
This is my new backpack.
Neat. Egg just is like constantly complaining, like, "Oh, my back feels so stiff."
Good to see you again, Egg.
It's good to not be stone or dead. Both these things are good.
You came back just in time to die.
Great.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, Lord.
Egg has a second wind.
Yep. Before I figure out how many hit dice I'm using.
Oh, you haven't rested.
Yeah.
You were.
But I'm
stone bored.
I'm using that before anything
Yeah.
else happens.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay.
What now? Yonder
What now,
adventurers.
indeed?
We should take a
Everybody's
moment
finished
to
resting, they've got-
explain to Egg what
Yeah.
happened.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
So how do we get out of here,
So-
Egg? It's on you now.
We all climb in the hole, get turned to stone, but with on a delay, and have one of the ghosts carry us away. Foolproof.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. Dig a hole.
Why is that your answer for literally everything?
He is a dwarf and he digs a hole. Diggy, diggy
If
hole.
only we had follower here. He'd dig a hole for us.
He would.
Yeah, but he's probably dead.
Ever the helpful words, Udinar.
Don't worry, we'll be soon to join him.
Not really how I wanted to end up, but, you know,
So it goes.
all good things come to an end.
Okay.
Can I
So,
take a look out that one window and see what the outside situation's like?
Most of the city has amassed around the building in spectral form. It is now almost covered as if by ants.
Yikes.
Oh, God. Okay. Okay, we can figure this out. There's gotta be solution. I'm going to take out my fine elven pipe and tobacco,
I don't know. Okay.
and I'm going to smoke and try to think of a way out of this.
Edelyn begins to smoke her pipe in an unventilated room.
Oh, good. What if we grab the heart, throw it out the window to distract them, and then run?
What if we need the heart to lift the curse on the city?
Then it'd be hard to lift a curse if we're dead either way.
They do want the magic.
Well, now that we know we're not going to be attacked in here, maybe we should look around the rest of the building a little bit more.
Well, we just know that we're not going to be attacked in this room. They are probably in the building. Because just because they can't get through the walls doesn't mean they can't get through the front door.
There is an open window.
What?
The stained glass window.
Oh, yeah, that too. That's definitely just a hole. So they're probably flooding the laboratory downstairs.
Have we asked them just not kill us?
Have you tried saying hello?
Yes, we unfortunately have.
We did. Alright. For y'all's sake, I'll put my pipe and tobacco away.
Disgusting habit.
You know what? If I'm gonna die, I wanted to try something nice just for once before I do it.
Why didn't you then?
I did. I smoked for like just now.
No, I tried something nice.
Wow.
um,
Big talk
There
coming from
any-
somebody who was a rock 5 minutes ago.
It's true. You
Why
were
we
a
call
rock.
him Big Talk Rock.
if I were a rock, I wouldn't need to breathe. Everything would be fine.
Sure.
There are no books in here. You guys who can read Elvish could read.
Yeah, there's just the tome over there.
Hmm. So you don't know what the heart does,
Well,
really?
if
Other
I
than
were
it's
to take
magic?
a guess, I would say it's the ward that's protecting probably this room and was probably powering the doorway light beam of death doom.
Mm-hmm.
If I had to take a guess. Now, that may or may not be true, but I feel that's what I think.
Sure.
But on the other hand,
Also worth mentioning, just so it's said, that only Udinar and Pedalin have read the list of known pre-sundering artifacts. It's in Elvish.
well, I read the Heart of Nature bit to Darby.
Right.
I guess I can take a minute to read the rest of the list to them.
I just wanted to say that had been, nobody else knows about those except for you two. So.
Okay. Well, I'll explain the Heart of Nature to Egg real quick from the list, at least.
Mm-hmm. So that's what we think this is.
Yeah.
Certainly seems like it. Well, what if we just take it? Take it and leave.
Taking it is the easy part. Leaving is the challenge.
I just realized I told them to close the door behind us, too. Not exactly sure how we would even go it that way if we needed to.
There's a lever in the room.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
I mean, I guess we could trade the heart for our way out. Theoretically.
Mm-hmm. I'm not crazy about giving it away, though, either.
Nope.
Hmm.
So what are our options?
Die out there fighting or die in here starving and suffocating?
There is a piercing whistle that can be heard even deep inside the building as you are.
Oh.
There is a moment
like
of
that.
clarity as several of the specters seem to leave a gap at the window.
What?
Gap?
What's happening?
Does anybody look out? He
Yep.
says again.
I look out the
Oh,
window.
is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay, so as you peer out beyond, the four of you spy a figure standing in the street, waving what looks to be a magically lit torch. And just by the light that you can see, it looks to be none other than Norath, with a young follower standing beside him, snapping at several of the specters that get close.
No way.
It's my good boy.
And your
As the
monster.
As the specters peel away from the building and begin to give chase, he and the small creature that the party has come to love dive back off into the alleyways in an attempt to lead them away, it seems.
Okay, guys.
That's our
For
shot.
realsies.
Let's get this
now's
heart.
Now's our chance. Either now or never.
Yep.
We're grabbing the heart and we're running for it. Oh shit! You know
Okay.
what? Who's got the fastest move speed?
I think all of us are the same.
Better-
No one's a
Better
monk.
question, who is the fastest among us?
Who is the fastest among us? Anybody over 30?
How many
Nope.
squares can you go?
Yeah. What is your hit die? Well, if you hit me enough, I'll die. How about that? I think everybody's roughly the same speed in this group.
Yeah, I think
Mhm.
we are.
Okay.
You don't have a lot of time to
Okay.
ponder, though, so I just need to know
we're
what
just-
is the plan.
We're grabbing the heart and we're making a run for it.
Okay, so you're going to snatch the heart from the little metal restraints.
Yes.
Okay.
Who's got
Who?
gloves? Are there gloves on the table?
Nope. Yeah, sure. There's gloves on the table.
I mean, I'm wearing gauntlets. I'll just do it.
You're the
My
tallest.
gloves
You can
don't
reach
have
it.
fingers.
Okay. So Udanar grabs the heart. You now have a heart.
I was going to say,
No.
what save do I make now?
Yeah, really.
You're holding a magical item that pulses with energy, but otherwise nothing.
Okay,
Put it in
let's
the
go.
bag and let's go.
Yep.
I'm gonna ask very carefully here. Are you putting the glass heart in the
No,
bag?
I'm holding it like a football.
Okay.
Like close to my body, but protected.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
gonna fucking stiff arm some ghosts on the way out.
You're goddamn right. Did you see how many I made fly away from me?
All right. So you pull the lever, the door spins again, and you bail.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Everybody bails. Egg, welcome to a building that you've never seen the inside of before. Thankfully, you can follow everybody else on the way out.
Yep.
As you flee out the main door, you see what is likely multiple hundreds of specters just flooding to the south which is unfortunately the way back to your camp. It seems as though North's idea was to lead them away from you, but his instincts are leading him out of the city. What do you do?
We go deeper.
We run to the center.
Yep.
Go in
Okay.
the opposite direction of the horde.
Yeah, we're not going through hundreds of fucking specters. There's no
Nope.
way.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's given us the perfect opportunity.
Okay. So the group, through the fortune of having made a companion and having earned his trust through their survival, find themselves a brief moment of respite through which you can now safely traverse the city. In doing so, you take a direct beeline path towards the towering wall before you. Along the way, however, you find your path blocked by a much larger version of the stone sentries that you saw in the middle caste district of the city. To go around it would take some considerable amount of time, as you'll need to find an alternate path back to the main road, or you can attempt to fight your way through it.
I'm gonna walk up to
Quick,
Petalin, give her the glass heart, and just like don my shield and say, "Let's go through."
Got it.
Okay.
Let's do this.
All right. So the group readies themselves for a fight. And
Hope you're ready to fight, big boy. I say to Egg.
Uh, egg stretches.
Have you died enough today?
Darby,
would be
don't
a good
forget, you
death.
still have that healing potion I gave you.
Why the fuck did you have basilisk blood? Jesus Christ.
I have a hunting trophies.
Oh,
Basilisk blood
okay, fair enough.
for my solo adventure.
Right. That was just so weird. It's like, oh, I actually have the thing that can save me. Don't worry about it.
Well, we also did fight basilisks at one
Yeah, but we didn't.
point.
We didn't like take the time to extract any.
Which we were so stupid. We should have. Oh well.
I think they all got washed away.
I think you're right. Yeah. All right. Let's do it. Oh Lord.
Ooh. I like that palette.
it's actually the wrong token.
I was gonna say that looks like a corpse collector.
Yeah, give me one moment. I can fix that pretty easily.
Neat.
Go.
Battle
So,
music.
From where it stands, it turns and spies you, and then its head stays locked on you, and its body turns, and it raises a hand and says, "The lower caste are not permitted within the upper caste walls. You will comply, or you will be removed." Of course, it says this in Elvish, and then it repeats it in Common,
Oh, neat.
and it begins to advance forward.
Accessibility options. I like it.
Steps here, and then we'll start with initiative. Darby, you're up.
That's 5, 10, 15, 20. We're just going in. We will bonus action Hexblade's Curse.
Okay.
And then take a swing.
Oh, hold on. I put the wrong creature in, so give me 1 second. I'm just gonna move it and then move it back. I think that'll still be a miss, but That's why it looked like a cadaver collector instead of what it was supposed to. Oh, what was that to hit?
11.
Oh, yeah, that's still a miss.
And then we're going to back up for the last 10.
Okay. I think Pedalin was supposed to be next, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
That is 16. So, Pedalin.
Okay, let's do this. We got a double spell. Haste! On Egg and Udinar. Boom.
Ooh.
Not Egg and Darby, the two regular attackers.
Yeah, that's what Sorry, Udinar.
He's a spellcaster. He knows. Haste is not for him.
And then I need to put this on me.
Twin haste.
Twin haste. And then see that. Full action.
Hmm?
And we'll then quicken an Eldritch Blast just for good measure.
Okay.
Which is
Keep in mind, Egg is still wounded.
right. Oh, I do have a bonus action. Yay!
And you
but
should
I
also
can't 'cause
remember.
no. It's a leveled spell. I can't.
Right. Oh,
Can't
I
do
was
that in
also
the
going to
same
say
turn.
you should also remember that you can convert your warlock spell slots into sorcery points.
Well, yeah, I know that, but it has to be
Okay.
done during a rest. Anyway. Two misses.
As a
Damn.
bonus action on your turn, you can expend one spell slot and gain a number of sorcery points equal to the slot's level.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be done during a rest.
Yeah, I know. I understood you.
Okay. And you get your warlock spells back on a short rest.
Yes, that's the engine.
Yeah.
That's what I
Okay.
misunderstood about it being during a rest, but I still used the Eldritch Blast this turn.
Right. No, that's fine. I'm just letting you know that you have that mechanic in case you didn't know.
Okay.
All right. So that Eldritch Blast flies wide. Actually, both of them do.
Yep.
Uh,
And it passed my turn.
Oops. Beat you to the punch. Okay. So it's going to step forward. It's going to pull out that blade, which, like, it's not on its back. It's, like, within the sentry itself. So it pulls it out from within itself. Going to swing once at Darby.
I'm going to Gravity Well real quick.
Actually, it doesn't even need to be that close. It can do that from here. That one misses. It's going to swing again at Darby. That is a hit. Oh, they're both hits. Sorry. I saw such low numbers, I assumed. That was silly of me. Why would I do such a thing? Sword cuts deeply into Darby once, and then the backswing, same.
That's
both
not great.
hurling 13 damage. And then it looks at Pedalin after she's cast a spell, and its eyes begin to glow. But she is able to... Oh, that didn't target the right person. Well, Fuck it. I'm just gonna try and paralyze Darby then. You shake off the effects of paralysis.
Just picking on me. Didn't even hit him.
Yeah, that should have been at Petalin, but I didn't want to redo everything. That's everything, I think. What does it have here? All right. Udanar, the initiative is yours.
All right. Casting Bless at a second level to ensure it hits all of us.
Okay.
And that is my turn.
Egg. Finally, you can
Alright.
act in combat.
Finally.
All right.
Egg runs up and will pull out his white steel crozier. And first, I will pop Barbarian Rage as a bonus action. And then attack.
And he gets mad.
His eyes go white. He just starts screaming.
17. Where the that is a miss. As
Mm,
the crozier clangs off of the armored hull of the sentry.
I'll use a superiority to precision attack it.
Okay, well then it hits.
Yeah, okay.
A little bit of a clue for those paying
Yeah.
attention in the back there.
Uh-huh.
All right. The first strike from the white steel crozier, knocking a dent into the armored hull instead of clanging off.
Attack again.
This one, also a miss.
Do it again with the
Okay.
precision attack.
That's a hit. Yet another dent put into the armor of the high-cast
Alright.
sentry.
Now my haste attacks.
A miss.
Use another precision attack.
That's a hit. 7 to the high-cast sentry.
I
Can't you
get to
reroll that
reroll
one?
the one. Yeah. Just D8.
Oh, so add 7.
Yep.
Okay. A natural hit on the
Ah.
high-cast sentry.
Finally. I can reroll those 2s
-1.
into
-1.
1s.
All right.
So, uh, just make sure I take that off, and then I will use my actions to get 2 more attacks.
Okay. Doesn't the action surge let you have your hasted attacks again? Didn't we discover that? Haste, action surge, 5e. They each add 1 action. Okay, so yeah, you don't get the hasted attacks. You just get 2 more. So that's right.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a hit.
Reroll that one.
11 damage.
And then again,
A miss.
I'll precision attack that.
A hit.
Just barely. Roll that
Right.
2 into a 1.
All right. So Egg gets mad, steps forward, and just begins to wail on this thing. And it's metal on metal, so it's clang, 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 clang. And whenever he's finally done, after all the bursts from the crozier, you see that the sentry itself's got many dents in what was previously pristine and polished, just very high quality looking armor in its appearance. Anything else, Egg?
No, that is the end of my turn. This thunder rains out.
Mm-hmm.
Ring the bell.
Oh man, I have so much movement now. I don't know what to do with myself.
You move around.
All right, we're gonna swipe once.
That is a hit.
Then
You
we
try-
will hasted swipe,
Okay.
which is a miss.
That is a miss.
And then we'll shoot at him.
That's a hit.
And then we will run away.
All right. So Darby steps up, tries to find a few chinks in the armor of this creature, slips his sword in, sticks the gun up close, pulls the trigger, goes kabang, and then he Zoidbergs away, arms flailing in the air as he tries to get away from that terrifying sword. Did you do the thing that means I don't get to attack you, or do I get an attack of opportunity?
It's just any attempted melee attack.
Okay.
It's just the function of that.
Okay. I didn't know, so. Pedal in.
I am also gonna Zoidberg away a little bit. And then I'm gonna bonus action to second level healing word on Darby. I get to reroll both of those for empowered healing. So Darby, you heal for 7 instead of 3.
You don't have your casting modifier on there.
Fix that.
So it should be more even. What is your casting modifier? Is it 4?
Yes.
Yeah. So gain 4 more there.
I got it.
As
Come on.
the large rents in Darby's body begin to knit themselves back together.
All right. No regular action. Clutching desperately to the heart with one arm, keeping it nice and stable. He squints with one eye and does a finger gun pew, pew,
All right.
for a little bit of an eldritch blast.
That is a hit. Ooh, a critical hit.
Hey.
We
Bang,
begin to
bang.
pummel the sentry so hard that pieces of its armor plating have now fallen off and clattered to the ground. Sentry, however, is now free to act. It's going to look at Egg. This, all right, that's used. So supposed to roll. Fine, I'll just do it myself. Oh, well, that's unused now. Okay, so it swings that, like, again, so it's a sword, but it's got like no tip to it. It's like an executioner's blade. So it's just like a big, flat, sharp piece of metal. And it's gonna swing that at Egg twice. Is it targeting Egg anymore? Yes, it is. That hits. That hits. As Egg's fury helps him resist the impact of the sharp blade, he is slashed twice. But then the creature glares at him, and its eyes begin to glow once again. Egg ignores the effects. All right. It reaches to its chest and pulls free, like pulls open the metallic armor that's there, revealing a swirling, chaotic mass of color inside. And as it does so, everybody needs to make a charisma saving throw. Let's see. Only Darby fails.
Unfortunate.
Well, do I have? I don't. Kind of do. We'll just use this. How about that? Items map. Darby and the creature disappear. Darby, you find yourself in a land of sweltering heat. Surrounded by fire on all sides. Udanar, you have the initiative.
Ah. Okay. Well, I was going to do this anyway, so I'm going to do Cure Wounds at 4th level. Do Egg for 30.
Mm-hmm.
And my other plan has been extinguished, so that is the end of my turn.
Oops. Egg.
Yeah. Well, that sucks.
Yep.
Oh no.
Yep, I've got no hostile creatures to attack, so I really can't do anything. It's the end of my turn, and my rage ends.
Right. Darby. Make a Constitution saving throw. All right. You are able to resist the effects of the sweltering heat. Unlike any heat you have ever felt before, it is all consuming.
Was I supposed to get another map?
Oh, did it not?
Nope.
Uh,
There we go. Oh boy.
This is bad.
Think you're in trouble.
Yeah, a bit, probably.
You have a third character ready?
I have ideas.
he has real bad luck with saving throws, honestly.
I like one of the ones I'm fucking proficient in too.
Yeah, you rolled a 1.
Yeah. I'm gonna move in 5 feet.
That is a hit.
And no other enemies are around me, so sneak attack.
Yeah.
And then hasted attack.
Another hit.
I'm sad because that was a 5 and then it flopped over to a 1.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna shoot him.
And miss. Oh,
Alright,
wait, hold
but-
on. Still a miss, but I forgot to lower his AC from when he removed his chest plate.
Alright, and I'm still hasted, so 55 would be here.
Okay. Pedal in. The initiative is yours.
Oh, I don't know what to do. Okay. Here. Can I, like, since I'm still concentrating on haste,
Mm-hmm.
can I tell that Darby is still alive?
Yeah, I don't even know if it would work like this, so no. I'm letting him keep haste out
Yeah.
of kindness because
Oh, I'd be so
Yeah.
fucked.
Yeah, that is weird. Huh.
Okay, well.
I mean, you know you're still maintaining it on egg.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm gonna test and see if they're invisible. And I'm gonna shoot a single Eldritch Blast at the ground where the sentry was.
Mm-hmm.
See if maybe he's just can't see. Nothing to target, so
All right. You cast Eldritch Blast at the darkness.
and that is exactly what I hit.
Yes. Pieces of building fly off from where it hits. It wildly fires into nothing. Okay.
Okay.
Nope, it does not get its paralysis back. So, one small victory. Oh, can't reach there. But from the exposed chest cavity, it does fire a beam of energy at Darby.
What?
Oh my god, that's so many.
Oh,
He succeeds on his saving
Okay.
throw.
I saw the 20 and I was worried, but I saw Darby's picture and I was like, okay.
Taking 24 damage, or half
Yeah,
of 20,
it's
so
not
12
great.
damage. Since you saved. Udinar, the initiative is yours.
I guess my question to the group for my turn is, do we go on without him?
I mean,
Egg, it's your turn.
I don't want to, but I don't know what else to do. But if he comes back here to the square and we're not here,
Yeah.
Egg, he's your brother. It's your call.
Take the heart and go. I'll wait here for him.
Oh, I don't think that's it.
I didn't say it was a good idea.
Maybe they'll reappear shortly.
You wanna wait for a few minutes?
I mean, I'm gonna stay as long as Egg does, I suppose. So
Well, Egg, are you doing anything on your turn?
No. Egg is unsure.
All right, Isaac. What do you got?
Fuck. Well, I gotta run in and fucking smack him because I got not much else.
Oh, that was an
Oh.
18 and it
I
bounced
know.
back to a 2. It is unfortunately a miss. That is a hit. You begin to chip away even further.
Oh, fuck. I used 15. 5, 10.
No shoots.
No. So
Oh, I see.
that'll be 45 there. Then 5. Oh, I can draw an arrow, right?
Yeah.
My token's in the way. And then we will Misty Step over here.
Mm. Aren't you a rogue? Can't you bonus action dash?
Oh my god, you are right. So that's 30. Pointer, please. What's another 30 the fuck out of here? That's 35, so one square before.
There you go.
you did it.
Can you guys see this map?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're in a bad way, dude. You should get out of there.
You think?
I think we're just gonna wait.
Okay.
Waiting.
Recharge its paralysis. And how far is this? 80 feet. Pretty lucky there. All right. Udinar, are you passing?
Yep, just did. Honestly, this is the game now. Watching this.
Oh no,
Darby.
I'm not ready.
Seeing if Darby survives.
Well, fuck. I mean, I don't know what's behind me. And it leads off map.
Yeah, there's nothing that way.
Are we
as
just
you-
saying
like
that's a dead end then?
Yep.
Unfortunate.
Well, you wouldn't have known until you got around the corner.
True.
Just solo it, lol.
So that would be 20 there.
You're 30 feet away. Oh, 20 feet of movement. Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna shoot at him.
That's a hit.
Oh, a 19 is a crit with Hexblade's Curse.
Mm.
Nice.
So add 6.
Yep. And then sneak attack twice.
Wow. you knock even more parts off of them there. Don't forget your haste.
Oh my god, that's right. I'm gonna shoot again.
That's another hit. 6 more damage.
Oh, good fucking lord. So I move 20 there.
Mm-hmm.
25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. I don't know if this is a second or third diagonal. And I would say that's 60.
I don't know. I'm not.
It's convoluted and I don't know how many diagonals I took.
From where you were, where were you?
It was here at the top of the point.
Okay. Have you already done a diagonal?
Yeah, that wasn't where he started his turn.
Yeah. So have you already done a diagonal?
Yes.
Oh. This would be 60.
I really don't want to be close to him. Oh, fuck.
You've played MMOs, just kite them, and it's easy.
Well, there's something else you can do here, but you may not realize, but I'm not going to give you this one. I will just tell you that they are similar.
I know that I can bonus action try and hide, but that's depending on a roll.
Isn't that D&D?
I mean, yeah. Okay, well, instead of going there, go into the cubby of the wall.
Oh, you know what? I forgot to have you roll your con save last time, so that's a freebie on me, but you got to roll this one because it's still your turn. All right,
Nice.
You resist the heat.
All right, fucking stealth check. Fucking rip.
That was a 19 on my screen, and why is it a 3?
Yeah, I saw 19 as well.
Yeah. Oh, well. I think it's just a glitch. All right, Darby hides. Pedal in.
I just want to make the point that we're only going to be hiding until we start seeing any sign of wraiths.
Sure.
And once that happens, we are going to bail. Regardless of Darby. Sorry,
Audi
Egg.
5000.
I mean, we don't even know he's alive.
We don't.
Yeah. I mean,
So-
Egg kind of told you guys to leave. He's
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's not willing to leave yet.
But we're not leaving Egg though.
That's fair.
I mean, it's only been like a couple seconds, so whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been 12
just-
seconds.
We're just standing here looking at each other in a panicked way.
Yeah.
'Cause I can't come up with any good ideas.
Let's get back to the show.
Well, 1, 2. Out of movement. And Darby doesn't know if it sees him or not.
Oh, God. Here we go again.
Mayo, thank you for the raid. Sorry, we're in
I'm gonna step in and swipe.
we're in an intense thing
Alright.
right now, where one of our party members just got teleported with this
That's a hit.
monstrosity looking for him.
You slice even more components from the sentry.
And then a hasted swipe.
Another hit.
Jesus Christ, just kill it. It's time to man up and just kill it.
This
Oh my-
as with this blow from the scimitar, you knock a piece of paneling off it, and you see beneath, it appears to be flesh, dark black flesh.
Ew.
Yeah, it's not gonna stop me from continuing to run. Okay, so I used 5 to move up.
Mm-hmm.
That's 15 and then 20. And that would be 60. And then bonus action dash. Back to over here.
Good lord.
Wow.
Yeah,
Hasted.
haste rogue.
And then a con save.
Yes. Thank
Nice.
you. You can have inspiration for remembering yourself.
That would have been nice for that fucking charisma save.
8.
Boy, that thing can
Seriously,
move.
just gonna have to chase you to death. I have paralysis back. Oh, I do. Okay,
Oh no.
that I can do.
Uh,
No, target, please.
Rip.
Oh.
And Darby is paralyzed.
can I use my inspiration on that save?
Yeah.
Oh. You know what? I'll
You
take the first
succeed.
one.
Well, you are no longer paralyzed. Okay. I'm just gonna wrap it all the way around.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck.
You got this.
All right. And that puts me into 30.
Mm-hmm.
We will fire.
That is a hit. As the
Yes.
core within
Oh,
the
God.
creature, the flesh inside, is finally struck. The blood from within wells out, and the automaton stumbles forward and collapses. What now? Console, please.
Still in the fucking cave.
Okay, you're fine.
Imagine you die from a heat stroke after all that.
Oh Lord.
And then because he was my Hexblade's curse, I
Mhm.
heal 9.
Okay.
Nice.
Now what?
That's cute.
I guess I'm gonna search the body for any sort of mechanism for that portally thing.
The only thing is still the big swirly chasm of energy in his chest.
Stick your hand in.
Yeah, what could possibly go wrong?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna die anyway if I'm here.
You don't know what it is. You can make an Arcana check.
Nope.
Are there any desperate pleas that a character facing nothing but death might make? You have anything on your person that you've been saving for a rainy day and you're not sure what it does?
I think he's giving you a hint.
Yeah, I know. Well, a hint, but not what I'm holding on to.
I don't know, man. Do you have a portable portal or something? That seems like it would be handy right now.
A
What about
portable?
potable portal?
Potable?
Potable.
For poting.
Something that I've been saving for a rainy day.
I
Yeah,
don't
but-
actually know. I'm just asking.
Oh!
Oh,
Oh,
I'm
I
t-
thought
I'm
it was
telling
a big
you
hint about the cloak.
yeah, that was my next desperation move.
No, is a strange cloak made of large blue scales of cascading hue. Darker at the top and lighter at the bottom.
I mean, I've got not much else. I guess I'm gonna don the cloak.
As you pull it out of your bag and throw it over your shoulders, you once again feel that seething rage. This time manifesting itself as just like the most intense migraine ever experienced by a mortal. There is this sense of anger at having been disobeyed. And for the first time, you feel as though there is a channel and that you can respond. Oh, not the first time. I guess this would be the second time because you opened the channel when you made the bargain in the first place.
I don't know exactly what you want from me with this cloak. I understand you don't like it. But why not use its power to work for you instead of against you?
That's what you want to say in your I'm about to die and I can talk to this being?
I'm getting there.
Does not.
Mr.
You-
Interrupting me.
You get one thing. So choose wisely.
But to use this power, I can't die here.
Make a charisma saving throw. Okay. Against your will, you reach out and place your hand inside the vortex of energy. For a briefest glimpse, you witness a similar place to where you are now, but frozen. One similar, but you are falling through the air. Another one, but you feel buried under miles of earth. So on and so forth, just chain after chain, until a moment later, both you and the wrecked body of the automaton reappear. Where are you on here? And
Holy shit.
Darby smells very strongly of sulfur and burning, and you can see that all of the fibers of his clothing are definitely singed. In fact, the tips of his hair are smoking from the sheer heat.
Where the hell have you been?
Probably sporting several blisters from just heat exposure and definitely heat burned. And the creature, the guardian, you can see like the body that was inside where he blew its guts open with his pistol.
Ooh.
Holy
Petalin-
hell.
Petalin makes like she's gonna run over and hug Darby, but she stops at the last second because he's covered in burns.
Yeah, and the glowing like chasmus energy in its chest is now dim and void.
You did it!
Was there Any like indication of a response other than like forcing me to move?
Nope.
Okay. Still have a migraine?
Yep. It's not as it's now it's just there. It's no longer being forced on you. You just have it.
Okay.
We need to go. Keep moving
Yeah.
We
on.
need to go right now.
Are you
I
okay,
need
Isaac?
a
Can you
fucking
move?
breather. And he's gonna pop open one of the bottles of liquor he stole earlier.
Yeah. One of the ones from the high cast area.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You guys figure out what we're doing. I'm
Okay, I continue moving.
We're going. We're
Yeah, we have to
walking.
keep going.
okay.
What do you
Gonna
do, Darby?
polish off the bottle and then just smash it on the ground and
You're going to finish the bottle. Okay. Let me
Uh-oh.
see which one you just drank. Survey says. Ooh, okay. And you drank all of it, so I'm not even going to give you a save.
Oh no.
And then Darby took 25 damage.
No, and then Darby, it just began to like Egg. You might look back over your shoulder momentarily as everybody starts chugging onward, and you'll see that Darby has just kind of like is now lost and vacant in his expression. Darby, you are reliving your childhood. Only everything is slightly off and horrible and nightmarish. Like
Same though.
you're remembering a time when maybe you were on a swing that one of your parents had constructed. Only every time you swing forward, like you like the swing breaks and you fall off a seaside cliff. And as you're falling, you blink and get pulled back to that same memory on the swing or a different memory, and each time it's just twisted and like your brain forces it into something terrible and just awful. And so Darby in the present is entirely catatonic.
All right, Egg, you help your brother out. We gotta
Alrighty.
keep
Standing
going.
there, mouth open and drooling.
Uh, well, I guess I'm.
Just throw an arm over your shoulder and let's go.
Yeah.
All right, so the group dragging Darby's catatonic self
hmm
continues to do their best to hurry onward towards the final gate. Eventually, you reach the magnificently tall walls, only to see that there is no immediately apparent way to get through them. You look left, you look right, and it doesn't look like there are any sort of gates to get through to the heart of the city.
I'm so sick of walls.
I hate this city.
Can you stone shape through Udinar?
Let's just say I don't feel as powerful as I might have during the beginning of our journey.
That's fair.
Don't have the energy to manifest that level of power.
No, I've had to help the life force of a few people multiple times today, so I'm a little
Well.
sleepy.
We could dig a hole.
Sleepy.
Egg was a dwarf in a past life.
Yeah, no shit.
Somebody give him that Dwarven Mating Habits book.
Look, I've been reading about dwarven carpentry.
Yes, carpentry.
All right, there must be a way through.
I just trying to think. I can't. There must be a way through because people would have had to get gotten in. Would people be living in the center of the city, or would it just be like, I don't know enough about cities to know what would be behind there. Don't know what kind of entry we'd be looking for.
Give
Do
me
we
a
just follow
perception
the
check.
wall?
Udanar, and Darby, actually, in one of your brief moments of lucidity that then turns back into yet another nightmarish memory. For the briefest of moments, you glimpse a hooded figure off in the distance, not too far from where you are. You can tell by the way that it drags its leg and its head lolls to the side that something isn't quite right about it. However, it appears to turn its head your way, though in doing so, you see that it kind of lolls to the side and rolls, and so the face is just kind of in your direction more so than actually turning its head to look. It places its hand on the wall itself and then just steps inside.
Oh, that seems easy. I'll do exactly the same thing.
When you place your hand on the wall, you feel a bit of warmth, and there is an inquiry. And it says, "Who seeks an audience?"
So I like get that in my head.
You feel something that's just like inquiring as to who are you and why are you, why are you here?
Shit. I'll just state my name and that. Oh my god, I forgot his name now. Hold on, let me grab my notes. I'm here on behalf of the prince. I seek an audience with whoever lives here.
Okay. There's no response.
Oh shit.
What you doing, Udnar?
Try it. Put your hand on the wall.
Petalyn tentatively reaches out and puts her hand on the wall.
You get the same inquiry. Who are you and, why are you here?
Kind of a mouthful. Okay. Let's see. Have her full name written down? Good. Yeah, there it is. She says, I am Petalyn to Silverbell Land and Athquarkwood. And we are here to save the city on behalf of the Prince Lothanar of Tomoina.
You sense nothing in response.
Well,
Well, shit. Egg, you try.
Darby, you try. He puts Darby's hand on the wall.
Darby, in a fever dream, you recall a visitor to your home, and they were talking to your parents, and there were heated voices, and there was an argument going on. You know, it had something to do about money and like the paying their lease on the land, and you had snuck in and were listening when you shouldn't have, and the money lender spots you and barks out, "Who are you and what are you doing here?"
Man, what would be a drunk fever dream response to that?
Hmm.
I guess I'll say I'm Isaac Darby and I've come to pay the debt.
The man sits back a moment and looks at you and smiles. And you guys hear, "Dies Darby paid a debt." Could pay it, the debt. Nothing happens.
All right, I guess Egg will now attempt. He puts his hand on the wall.
Who are you and what are you doing here?
I'm Egg. My companions and I have the heart. I wish to bring it to the center of this city.
There's a brief moment, and you hear a creaking of stone. And as the wall opens before you, you see on the other side the ambassador, as he was before, his head lolled to the side and foot behind him. For a moment, the hood passes, and you can just see the glow of his eyes, and he just kind of motions with his one hand that is free of the cloak for you to follow him.
Good job, Egg.
Good job,
did
Egg.
it.
Sometimes the simplest approach. Yeah, I'm here to fix your ward. Heard it was out.
The ambassador's voice says, "Now that the party has been announced, you may be granted an audience."
Oh,
And he begins hobbling forward. So as you guys, do you guys follow him?
Yes.
Yes.
Having passed through the final gate, you finally arrived at the heart of the living city. A building, which you could only describe as a castle of nightmares, lies at the center. But along the path to the entrance appear what look to be almost temporary or makeshift tent structures. Literally thousands of them litter what was at one point in time a magnificent open courtyard. As your gaze turns to kind of marvel at the sheer number of them and turns back to where you were, you see that the ambassador is no longer on the path and you cannot see him. You've lost sight of him.
oh, damn. Where did he go?
Yeah. Do we keep following the path inward?
I guess so.
He was just an ambassador. He said we would be granted an audience. So
An audience with who? Let's
someone
just
more
keep
important,
walking.
I assume.
Let's just keep walking.
You guys just gonna go straight through?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'd kind of like to take a quick second to check out these structures. Like, what are all these tents doing in the middle of a palace?
I'm guessing they're like refugees type thing.
Are there bodies in here?
Mm-hmm.
Is anybody gonna look?
I'm gonna look.
Petalin pokes
will-
her head into one of the tents, and
I
you
will look.
see from end to end there are cots or beds, upon each of which is lain a resting body with the same eyes and same look as the ones found in the inner rings. Some of these are human, some are like a lot of them are just not drow, and you can see that they are not as well dressed as some of the ones you encountered later on. Do you look in any others?
Yes.
You look in another one and it's much the same story.
Okay.
What now?
Onward and inward.
Darby begins to puke his guts up, but in doing so gains a moment of lucidity and a smattering of sobriety. He is now fading in and out of his nightmarish fever dreams rather than being in a constant state of them.
You doing okay, buddy?
And you said it was a nasty habit that I smoked.
Don't forget, he is still burned, blistered, and smells strongly of brimstone and sulfur.
I mean, look, we make poor decisions when suffering.
All right. So yeah, does the group continue onward towards the castle? Do you want to check out any more tents? Do you want to do both? What?
I mean, we can check out more tents. I mean, there's
Alright.
I mean, cots and bodies is not a clue as to why they're here per se.
Yep.
Mhm.
As you go deeper and deeper toward the castle and look in more tents along the way, you'll see that the overall dynamic of those who inhabit them seems to shift much in the same way that it did within the city. As you get further from the outer rings of the tents, you see more and more drow, beginning to be dressed better, or that you can see that they were treated with more respect. There are more amenities in their tents, even. Like some, it looks like maybe family members or hangers on or people who cared would bring gifts or offerings as though they didn't understand what was happening. Eventually, you get to some of the final rings and are still on the main path where the castle gate is. And the castle gates just begin to open as you approach.
All right, we ready?
Yeah, we've come this far.
Do it.
How bad could it be?
Egg looks at Darby.
I've almost died 4 times today.
But you didn't. It's easy.
I feel like Udanar would probably be more along the lines of, but it wasn't your time yet.
Yeah. That's why I'm not worried, because when it's our time, it happens, and that's fine.
That's why you exist.
Yeah.
To make sure that it doesn't happen when it's not supposed to.
Yeah. More worried about him being drunk, honestly, than I am about him dying. Because that I can't help him with.
Actually, there are a couple of spells that are good for that.
I don't have them prepared,
think-
though.
I wonder.
Yeah, I think lesser restoration actually sobers you up.
Yes. Pedalin.
Oh, I'm just checking something real quick. You can ignore me.
Okay. Ignore me. So
Ignore me.
the group does go in, not go in, deliberates.
We go in.
Go in.
Yeah, I guess I was just waiting a moment to see if there was like a welcoming party, but if there's not, I'll just continue walking.
As you cross the threshold into the castle proper, you stand before you walk through a long, lonely hallway to another door, which opens on its own, and find yourself standing in a magnificent audience hall. There are 4 seats at the end of the audience hall, and in the center, a great is it dais? Anyway, big circle thingy. Which is the same image of that 9-pointed star. And only this time, each of the points of the star looks to be almost like a tentacle, but they're still reaching those same 9 runic sigils. At each of the 4 thrones, there stands a spectral warrior, a phantom warrior and they stand guard. As you enter the room, they say, "You will go no further while we hunger."
Ah, no. This is where we die.
Why are you so hungry?
They kind of look to one another and say, "How is it that you are here and do not understand the plight of what has befallen this place?"
Um, you've been missing for a long time. Some details have been lost.
Nevertheless, you have arrived and we hunger. Your magic or your life?
I'm gonna look over to Pedalin and just kind of give her a look like, what do you think? I'm probably making it obvious that I'm talking about the heart also when I'm doing
Like,
that.
I give them the heart?
Well, I'm like kind of like giving you like an eye, like, should we?
Oh. Is there no other way to end your hunger? To lift the plight of the city?
You will go no further while we hunger. If you cannot sate us, you cannot sate the city.
I can assure you we cannot sate the city as it stands, but we do have a party that are to meet us here with an object of great power in order to revive your city. For now,
Enough
we're just here to
words.
talk.
Your magic or your life. And they each step down from their thrones and draw their spectral blades.
We don't exactly have much of a choice here.
All right. I will present the heart, I suppose.
Are you sure?
No?
Well, I'm looking for a final answer.
I'm not crazy about it.
Do we want to offer them the other things that we found in the room instead?
Yeah, I think we want to offer them other magical items so that we can get the heart to the center of the city.
Okay. So I'll quickly reach into my bag and bring out the wand and the robe.
Okay. One of the specters steps forward, takes the wand from you, takes the robe from you, sheathes his blade, and walks back to sit on his throne.
Oh,
What else do
God damn it. I'll take off
else
my
do we have?
goggles and hand them over.
You sure?
I mean,
Yeah.
we've got other stuff.
Yeah. I mean, now that you've kind of figured out how this works, why don't you have a group deliberation?
Yeah, I gotta look into our thing. I don't actually remember everything we have, so.
Okay, well I'm gonna go ahead and delete the wand and the robe for sure.
Mm-hmm.
We've got what, that smoky plate armor.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, get rid of that.
Tools.
We have the Okay, so smoky plate armor. Okay. We have
The glasses.
glasses.
The water ones,
glass.
right?
The water
Mhm.
vision glasses.
I forgot all
okay?
about those.
Water vision glasses.
Those are common. Smoldering armor's common. Okay, what else do you have?
Mhm.
So I have
Need
smoldering armor, glasses.
Yeah.
You have the surgeon's tools. Those give advantage on medicine checks, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, but you have to
Okay,
be attuned to them, I
yeah.
think.
Yeah. So those are
So
that's
surgeon's
uncommon.
tools.
Okay.
We have the bonsai bush.
Oh, I
Good
completely
berry
forgot you
bush.
had that. Oh, don't give that away if you can help it. That's like the last.
All right.
It's so good.
We're talking as players right now, right? Like
Yeah,
not
yeah.
in character.
Mhm.
Do
Yeah.
we want to get rid of comprehend languages? Because I have a spell that can grant that effect on people. The problem is I have to have it prepared.
Yeah. I feel like we use that thing so much that wouldn't be I wouldn't give that up so quickly.
Let's put
Unless we're
let's
it's
put
in the maybe pile.
Yeah, comprehend languages and the bush. Those are on the bottom of the list.
Yeah.
We do
The
have a
reason I say
short
the bush is
sword.
because the bush is think it's pretty valuable in terms of
Mhm.
its rarity. So
Yeah.
and we need to feed these guys. So
Yep.
What about the short sword the short sword of sharpness that we have from the House of Scales?
sure. I don't need any swords.
Is that chain axe magical?
The silvered chain axe?
Or is
No.
it just silvered?
I think it's just silver.
It's just silvered. You guys have a short sword of sharpness?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. And you're not using
That we
it?
got ages ago.
I mean, I can't use it.
Right. I'm just amazed that Darby didn't snatch that up.
We never really
Darby
told him
didn't
it
know
was
it
in there.
existed. Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay. Well,
this in the
fair
hole?
enough.
I mean, Darby's been in the hole though, hasn't he?
I'm not rifling around at what's in there.
That's fair.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I'm fine with that being given up.
Would the scroll of scrying count at a certain level?
What level is Scry?
5th level?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start with those 5: the smoky plate armor, the water vision glasses, the surgeon's tools, the short sword of sharpness, and the scroll of scrying, and see how far we get.
All right.
Sure.
That is enough to get 2 more, so you have 1 left.
Okay. I mean, technically, I really don't want to have to give up the
Oh,
rope
that's not
of
what I thought you were
climbing.
going to say.
What?
I thought you were going to say technically we could just kill this one.
Oh, heck no.
Could we just like cast a bunch of spells into its mouth or something? Like, could we feed him just direct magic?
Well, if you had taken some time to read about the properties of magical items, I think you would understand it's not quite the same.
Gotcha. What if we give up the cloak of billowing and the shield of expression?
Well, I don't think that Egg is going to part with his ring of water walking, and I'd really rather not give up the boots of Elvenkind.
No, I'd rather not give up things that actually help us.
Mm-hmm.
I also have the rope of climbing.
See, the rope of climbing is a big maybe, though, because that's helpful.
Yeah.
Like, the shield of expression is dumb. Like, that is a dumb thing we can get rid of.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Shield Shield of expression. What about
Mhm.
that sword that we just got from the glade, the garden?
Oh,
Who's
not
giving
giving that
that?
up.
You don't even know what it does. You
Not
haven't
yet.
even used it.
There were other pressing matters. I can give
Alright.
up the vicious scimitar.
You want to
What's
give up
the
the
what's the
vicious
rarity
scimitar?
on that? Vicious. Oh, okay.
All right, so we'll do the Shield of Expression and the Vicious Scimitar, both.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we doing the cloak too?
Well, let's see how far we get with the. Oh, should we do the shield and the cloak and then
Yeah,
the scimitar?
for sure.
Okay. I'm gonna miss that
Alright.
cloak of billowing.
Nah.
You got its uses out of it.
Is it gonna billow sadly one last time?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was so good.
All right. Those three things will get you. Will buy your way through the last combat. So
Huzzah!
Alright.
they each four return to their thrones, and there was a loud click heard. The dais in the center of the room opens, and descending from the ceiling, which you may have noticed before had you bothered to take a look around, you see a metal cage supported by a heavy chain, which is now suspended over the open hole in the floor.
Are we supposed to get in the cage and go down?
Is that just an open-ended question?
Well,
Sure.
like, is it indicated? Does it look like a big enough cage for us all to stand in? Like,
You could
is
probably
it a
all squeeze
bird
into it.
cage?
You could all squeeze into it, yeah.
I don't suppose that the spectral warriors give us any indication of what we're supposed to do for that.
They do not. They're sitting at the throne feasting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll walk in.
Yeah. Let's go. Keep going, I
Udin or
guess.
an egg are in the cage.
I will follow.
I can always misty step out.
Are you sober enough to now?
It'll work out.
All right, as everybody steps inside and the gate closes automatically and begins to descend, it swings back to the center of the hole, and the dais closes above you, and you realize that there must have been a small hole large enough for the thick chain to fit through. That you, probably just like a piece of black, looked black, so you couldn't tell. But you hear the heavy clicking of each link as it passes through whatever mechanism is helping you to descend. After several minutes of pitch black darkness, through which I think all of you can now see, you finally find yourselves in a room of beautiful crystal and like a monstrous, magnificent, living, beating heart. The heavy cage thuds to the ground and the gate opens.
Do you think that's the heart of the city?
Yes!
We did it!
I mean,
We did it! We're alive!
can't be too sure.
In
Oh
the
my
room
gosh.
of magnificent organic crystal growth and the huge heart that beats in the center, you see what looks to be a lone figure sitting on a wooden stool nearby.
Is that him?
Who?
Egg says hello.
The figure's head jerks up, almost as though it's surprised to hear a voice. And then it stands from its chair, its hood still pulled deep, and it bows low.
Egg bows back.
Yeah, I do the same.
Who's carrying the holy symbols?
I have them in my bag.
Udinar.
Mm.
I just have more drac.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There is a thrumming from within the bag of Udinar, as well as Pedalin and Darby. Darby's medallion, Pedalin's holy symbol of Mordrak, and one of the pendants in Udinar's bag. It's just like a thrum of power and recognition.
I'm gonna pull out whatever one that is.
Okay, you fish through your bag and pull it out, and you realize that it is the spider.
Huh. Interesting.
Oh, I'm sad. None of you guys looked at that painting that was in the room. Oh well.
We were kind of in the middle of a shakedown, but
A shakedown. Hey kid, what you got?
No.
Don't-
In the room with the torches.
I knew
Mm.
which painting you meant. I'm kicking myself.
The one
I
with the
didn't look
lady?
at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Mm.
wrote it down, but I didn't look at it.
So what do you guys do?
I guess introduce ourselves?
Do we ask if this is the creator?
Are you the creator?
A voice fills your minds. It is seductive and feminine, and says, "What a silly question. No, the creators are here before me."
Fuck, why didn't we look at that stupid fucking painting? God damn it.
Ugh.
I was thinking about it too, but I completely forgot. If you're not the creator, then who are you?
I am the last of Spira, chosen by the city to await the creator's return or those with the power of the creator.
Oh, that's us.
How long have you been waiting?
Many lifetimes.
Is it time that we ask what happened to Spira?
Probably.
Do you think she would
Now or
know?
never. She might.
What happened to Spira?
Do you want me to do this in character or to give you guys a breakdown response?
What's easier for you? I don't care
I can
either
give
way.
you guys a breakdown. It's a
Yeah.
lot easier.
Cool.
So, over the course of multiple hours of conversation, she will explain to the four of you that the great living city of Spira always hungered, but that its heart ward was stolen. There was it was stolen by a pair of ambassadors that arrived to the city. They were here to help, but it seems that their intentions were to get close enough to the heart to make away with the relic within. When that was done, so long ago, the city began to waste away. And given that the city is literally a living being, it requires a source of magic to exist. So as its power waned, it began to instead draw on the power of those within. And so it began to take the magical energy of every inhabitant of Spira. She explains to you that at first it was small, And as the first few people were taken, they realized kind of what was going on, and so they gathered like all the magical items up that were there, and they began to just like feed them to the city, trying to create a ward powerful enough for it. And this would only sate it for a little while, and then eventually over time, just like the sheer corruption, like the revenant spirits of those who were taken began to re-manifest within the city, and they too shared the city's hunger for magic because they felt that through their hunger they could achieve enough magic to win their soul back. And so the city eventually, basically feasting on all of its inhabitants, no longer having a source of magic items or magic to keep it going, went into a state of hibernation deep beneath the sea, basically running on low power mode, until it felt the call of the Horn of Spira attached to a relic powerful enough to be its heart. And so she's sitting here expecting you guys to turn over the new Heart of Spira.
Oh. I mean, we have the heart. We just don't have it here.
She lets you know that is most unfortunate. She also asks if you know the fate of the young prince.
We were kind of hoping you might.
She kind of lets you know that, alas, she can't leave the heart chamber because she is the last living being of Spira, and if she leaves, then the city dies. So she is only aware of what the comings and goings through the ambassador. She also will explain to you that the ambassador is just a body chosen by the spirit of Spira itself. It basically hijacks it and puppets it around.
Oh, okay. I guess like there's a few things I'd like to know that would probably come up in conversation.
Sure.
If Spear is always hungering, is there an artifact that can feed it forever, or will it like consistently need something super powerful?
Well, no, like a heart is basically like a constant source of energy.
Right. Okay.
Like a heart ward, like like basically any major city ward. Well, actually, most of the major city wards that are currently in effect won't, because they're not permanent. They will eventually be drained of their power. That's why factors exist,
Right.
to go out and find new stuff. So, like, no, there is no true eternal heart. But a heart power capable of warding the entire city of Spira would be one like the Soul Gem, which has enough of a tap that it can last for a long time.
Right. Would the people that were drained be brought back, or are they gone?
Actually, this is a moment that I personally been looking forward to revealing for a long time. So she's going to smile and reveal to you that the souls of those who were taken by the city of Spira can be returned with the return of sufficient magical power. And so she has secretly hoped, and I personally have secretly hoped for some time, that when the envoys of the creators returned, they would be willing to seek such magical items for the city to return the living city back to life.
See.
Oh, so we'd be factors for Spira.
You'd be the
Potentially.
factors for
Yeah.
Spira if you
Oh
accepted.
shit.
Thus, in effect, returning you all to the original goal of the quest of going and hunting magic items down in various neat places and then bringing them back.
Go figure.
Well, can
Season
we
2, folks.
can we explain that that was our intention, but we're still like a day or two out from it being delivered? That we were just a scouting party.
She's basically going to tell you that she can't control the specters, and that it's your responsibility, or the responsibility of those who arrive, to somehow find a way to bring the gem, or the heart, the new heart, here.
I mean, we did the hard part. We found the way through.
Mhm.
Yep.
Would we need to feed the boys upstairs again to get back down here?
She asks what you mean.
We should have
Uh,
fucking killed them.
the four warriors at the throne.
She's got a moment of like, oh yeah, I guess they would still be around, huh? So she explains that they were the last 4 taken, and thus their revenant spirits are the strongest still. So she's like, I don't know. I have no idea.
Mhm. Yeah, she hasn't left this room. So.
Yeah.
She also would have explained to you that, you know, as the first began to be taken, their bodies were brought to the center to be cared for, and so that's why you didn't really encounter them on the fringes and started encountering them more and more as you got within, because there were fewer people to go and bring them in.
Gotcha. That makes sense. With Spirit coming back, are you prepared to lead it, or how is that going to work? The leadership stuff.
Oh, she lets you know that she's not sure what will happen to her. She explains that she has lived far more than her share of lifetimes, even by elven standards.
Oh, but I like this one. She's nice. And tells us exposition that I've been wanting to know for a year now.
The clues have been there. You guys have just missed a lot of them.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
Thanks, Rumble.
Because I had the failsafe here.
Okay, I'm 100% down for making sure Spirit comes back now. There's no more thought in my mind that it's a bad idea.
Okay.
So now how do we live long enough to tell them how to get here?
Well,
Mhm.
if we try to leave now, we're going to be caught in the middle of nighttime going back through the city.
This is probably a safe area to maybe call a long rest, no?
Well,
feel like
because
maybe?
I personally am totally okay with this being the end of season 1, we can hand wave it.
Yeah.
Yes. The 2
Go.
sweetest words,
If-
hand wave.
If everybody here is okay with it, then the days will pass. You will escort Grills and his, his retinue to the heart. And then I'll have the last big reveal right now, and then I'll ask you a couple of questions, and then I can prep for season 2.
Will Norath be there?
Did he survive?
All right, are we ready?
Sure.
think
My
we're
other
ready.
question is, what is this glass heart that we found?
She doesn't know.
Yeah, she hasn't been up there.
She's like, lol, I don't know.
Pretty much.
Okay.
There's one question that you guys didn't ask her, and I only want to say this to say it, but nobody asked her what or who she was before she was steward to Spira.
Can we ask her that now?
No, too late. No, she will explain that she isn't sure, but that she recalls, just how to say this without making it painfully obvious.
The
She
Death
recalls
Singer?
service to the stars. No.
Okay.
A calling from the depths, and then the service to the stars, calling from the depths, and
I'm going to bring out
many,
the
many
spider medallion and
spiders.
say, is that you?
Yeah. You know what? In doing so, she would have a glimmer of familiarity and recognition, and she would like raise her hand to touch her own cheek and be like, she's gonna be like, it's familiar to me.
I instantly fall to my knees. This is like
Wow.
as close to a walking god as we've seen in a long time.
Udnar, what on earth are you doing? You're embarrassing us in front of the ancient lady.
She laughs, and she's gonna walk over and place her hand on the back of Udinar and just ask you to stand up and say, no, my charge was given to me by those with more power than even myself, and this is what I am now. While I have lived the lifetimes that I have lived, I am certain of my own mortality.
Who were the 2 ambassadors that stole it, if she knows, too? That was something I wanted to ask before, but I forgot.
She
Is it-
doesn't know.
Okay.
Okay.
Didn't we get
The
a hint in that
darling.
letter?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I just wanted to see if, like, she knew a name or something.
Okay, so hands are now waved.
Mhm.
So Grills comes in. You guys set up the Heart of Spira. The city basically kicks its generators back online. Many of the beasts that were on the city itself are cast out. Despite the what is now coming up into a heavy winter outside, it seems that the city has enough base magic to basically be climate controlled. So as snow falls around, there's like this bubble where it kind of melts and falls as like a spring rain within the city itself. Unfortunately, there are still many revenants within the city. So you guys will know that you're going to need to bring a magic item of rare quality or better back to have any sort of impact. The final twists for all of you. Norath sacrifices himself
No.
for the prince to inhabit his body,
Oh.
and Norath now occupies follower.
What the fuck?
No.
Let's kill it.
No. My good boy. He's
Because
dead.
when Norath led the dead away, he encountered the prince in a broken state. And he made a deal with some of the revenants, basically, to trade magic for life. And in doing so, the prince was relinquished from being the host of the ambassador, but his body was too broken. So basically, they switched bodies around. Only now Norath is follower, and the prince is Norath.
And followers now just some corpse.
Well, I don't know. Sure.
Everything's the way it should be.
I'm so sad right now.
What a weird, weird twist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, Norath being, well, I mean, when you guys got yourselves into trouble, I was like, shit, what am I going to do to help them not TPK here? And I was like,
Uh-huh.
okay, well, that will work. And I was like, well, but Norath has always wanted to get the prince's body back. And so I knew, like, I have known since basically day one that Norath was going to basically sacrifice his own soul to provide a place for the prince. But then I was like, you know what? Followers here. So I took follower from you all, so that you no longer have to worry about how to raise a monstrous beast that everything will want to kill as it grows up into a man-eater.
But he would have been so cool.
And he would have, but
But he probably
That's
would
where
have
we
killed
are.
one of us.
This will not be forgiven.
well, now it's Norath. You can go pet Norath.
No, I don't want to pet Norath. Norath was a jerk.
He did sort of save our lives. He has that going for him.
Yeah, and he kept the entire Tolmuina bloodline alive. No
mean,
thanks
there's
to
that.
you guys.
That's something
True.
else. Is that like I guess I'll offer the shit. What is it? The broken bracelet that I have with the red stones in it to the
Mhm.
prince now. Like the silver bangle. Like I don't know
Oh, right.
if he's the same bloodline as that, but he could be. Would he know? He may not know.
Interestingly enough, I think it would have worked before he body swapped.
Well,
That's some monkey paw shit right there. Holy fuck.
But anyway, he will take his family heirloom from you graciously and say that you've earned a favor of the Tomwina clan.
hmm.
All right, so
Does he know about the list of trophies that I recovered? Hunter Elf?
What was the note for him?
I just remember it being like a list of trophies.
Yeah, his
for
list
him.
was Harpy Claws, Bullet Eye,
Yeah.
Umberhold
I
Club.
remember the list. Trying to find. I don't think it was majorly important.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was something for, honestly, I think it was something that I had planned as the prince had sent them out. Basically, they were trying to find relics and things and empower them and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So I don't think it was a major plot breaker. So with all that being said, that's not even the biggest twist. Now we get to the big twist. You guys, for now, under the, you can direct the steward basically to steer Spira. So where do you want to go hunting?
Oh shit.
Jesus Christ.
I have leads upon leads upon leads, all for season 2 stuff. It's just a matter of if you guys have something specific that you've been thinking about that you want to do already, we can do that. Or we can just let me basically have the steward tell you, here's a lead, we're going to go this way.
Let's go kill Egg's witch.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I have no idea what level that encounter would be.
Probably like high,
Mm.
I would assume.
Well, hey, look at this. We have this handy dandy list of fancy pre-sundering shit. That's got to be rare or better, right?
Well, we know who
We
has
could-
the sword.
True, but I mean, what
Yep.
about this the Swift Axe or the Zenith key? That sounds cool.
I kind of like the idea of just being steered where they think we should go.
Well, so I mean, like I said, I have a lot of hooks, and that's what I plan to use. But I want to give you the opportunity here in character to be like, I want to go here to do blank.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So if there is something that any of your characters do have that they're like, I want to blank, then that's what we'll go do. But if not, then I'm going to start planning season 2, and I'll be going down my list.
My character doesn't have any real hooks in this thing currently, in this like age.
Well, he does.
Yeah, but
He
like,
is literally being hunted.
yeah.
Plus, you guys have some leads, and there is hopefully some, like, you've gotten hints about things that you've pieced together by now.
We should take care of that fucking hag. Killed the pixies.
Dude, that's how Grills lost his hand. They already did that.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
I mean, we could try hunting the House of Scales now, with a city backing us.
I think.
Well,
we have
you
to
don't
get the
you don't
city
really
up
have a
and
city
running.
backing. Yeah.
Yeah. No, we got to get the
Just
city up
gotta-
and running first.
Gotta do a few missions before we can.
Yeah. Get those
Alright, so it
artifacts.
doesn't sound like anybody's got anything immediate. So then I'll start
Yeah.
planning our next session by running down the list and picking things that I think will be fun.
Nice.
I guess because we've
Alright.
had time as well, can we get identifications on other magical shit that
What do you have?
I think only I still have? That rapier?
It's another one that you're gonna have to devote some very specific time and energy to. It's an old world pre-sundering.
Ooh, a pre-sundering.
It will
On
take
the-
the only reason I know you had like days, but this is a new mechanic that I want to explore, and so I don't want to just hand wave this and give it to you. but basically, to give you kind of an idea, there will be anytime you guys find an old world artifact, which is not just an old world relic, because all relics are old world relics. There are no new magic items. Well, with the exception of Egg's Glaive, literally probably the first new magic item ever made.
Hey, let's go find that.
So, like, anytime you guys find an old world artifact or pre-sundering artifact, there will be probably either a little quest or something attached to it in terms of finding out what it does.
Sweet.
Can I still use it as a
Yes,
a poke
you can use
stick?
it as you can use it as a blanket magic rapier.
The prism and the clay, are they magic at all?
Yes. The prism is a gem of seeing.
Okay. Gem of seeing.
Or wait, is it gem of seeing? No, gem of brightness. I'm sorry.
Gem of brightness.
Also, the other things were it was a robe of useful items and a wand of secrets that you gave away. But the clay, the rapier, the cloak, and the heart are pre-sundering artifacts that have special conditions in terms of finding out what they do or how they work.
Cool.
Okay.
It will basically take experimentation or finding the quest, basically.
So we won't know what the clay does until we do the quest for the clay.
Yeah, or experiment and find the conditions for it. Yeah.
Okay, I need to know something. I forgot to ask you last time. Could I stone shape one of the stone sentries and just like rip its leg off or something?
I think Stone Shape specifically says that it deals extra damage to constructs like that.
Interesting. And the other question, and maybe the more important pertinent one, is that this seems like the end of a pretty big quest, so I'm wondering if we're level 9.
Not yet. You are very close to hitting the milestone.
Thanks, Egg. We would have hit it if it wasn't for you.
What?
This is Egg's fault for turning into stone.
I would tell you that you're probably 1 or 2 relics away from being level 9.
Okay.
Or 1 or 2
Not
quests.
bad, not bad.
Yeah, not bad.
Anything else?
Or drained
Uh,
HP?
Oh,
Mhm.
right.
How is that sorted
Still,
out?
still drained.
Jesus. Okay.
It will remain as such unless there's magical intervention or you find a way to solve the original problem.
Gotcha.
The original problem being the revenants.
I'm shrugging, but you can't see it.
So no.
I didn't give you a yes or a no. Anything else?
Yeah, how do you do that thing
was
where it
the
shows
lady?
where things are on your body? Because I'm going to do that when you all log off.
Oh, it's literally just like in your inventory. You see where it says location?
Yeah. Oh, you just type it in there?
So I'm gonna put your. Well, shit, you don't really have. So I'm gonna put your tinderbox in your backpack right now.
Okay.
So now reload your inventory page.
Oh, I'll close it and reopen it. Oh, I see.
So now,
Okay.
now they're nested under backpack. You see.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Neat.
Anything that you have as a location, it'll actually auto-complete.
Oh, okay. Cool. If you could leave the session up just a little bit after we go off, then
Yeah.
I'll work on that.
Yeah, that's fine. I usually do is like that. I put backpack carried and worn, and then if you have any other, so you do have a belt and a belt pouch that should have come with your background,
Okay.
but I'm noticing you don't actually have it in there, so I'm actually just gonna pull a belt over.
Okay.
inventory, and so then you can also put things, location belt. So your belt is worn, and then you can nest things under belts as well.
Gotcha. Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
Egg, we
So
have
that-
to get a new pet.
Have to.
Have to. But maybe something not a monster this time.
I'll say that there are potential mascots in some of these quests that I have devised. Anyway, if there's nothing else, I'm gonna go ahead and hop off. You guys all have. Oh wait, when are we playing next? The 1st, the 25th, the 8th.
Any of those dates work for me.
Yeah, I think they work for me too.
Well, do you guys want to play sooner or later? Because we can do the 25th, which is this coming weekend. We can do the 1st, which gives us a week break. What do you guys want to do? I'm okay with any of them.
Let's do the first,
Okay.
I would say.
All right.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Okay. Then we will aim for the
survived
1st.
Spira!
You did.
Woo!
You almost didn't, but you did. There were a couple of dice rolls that were quite literally this campaign TPKs or this campaign goes on, and they went the right way each time. I think there were 2 of those.
I'm actually surprised that Darby survived, like legitimately.
Oh my god. I
Yeah.
I was already thinking characters. I'm like
Mhm.
running
Well,
around.
the haste is the only reason he lived.
True.
Mhm.
And
If I got
don't-
laser beamed one more time.
Yeah, I don't know if haste would work like that when you're plane shifted, but it doesn't matter. It made for a fun and memorable experience, so that's more important.
Yeah,
Mhm.
agreed.
All right. So you guys all have a wonderful evening. We will play again in 2 weeks. Thank you all for coming out.
Yeah, man.
Um,
Thank you for putting it together. Really appreciate
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. So I'm trying to think. I had notes. No, I already gave Darby the inspiration for my notes. I don't have any other inspiration here, I think. No, I do have one for Paul for role playing.
Okay,
Nice.
what's up?
I think that you get to end session with inspiration.
Ooh,
I think it
la-di-da.
was- Pretty sure that I ticked that. So I'm pretty sure I ticked that whenever you went. I'm on my knees for Spider Lady. But anyway, you guys all have a good night. See you in a couple weeks.
All right.
Yep.
See you guys.
All right. I got to be at
Bye,
the groomer
guys.
in 5 hours.
Peace.
Thanks for watching, chat.